Welcome. We are Kevin and Janine, a Canadian couple who have escaped the rat race and are continuing our dream of slow travel around the world. Subscribe and follow along this season as we sail a boat from England to New York, see cool things, meet cool people, and experiment with a lifestyle a little outside of the ordinary.
You ready? 1, 2, 3.
We are leaving Lanzarote this morning and heading off to Fuerteventura, the next island, which is over here. Oh, over there. Something in the water over there, big fins. I don't know.
Very light color.
It's a bigger dorsal fin than
I think they're bigger.
our usual dolphins. But it looked white, or very pale. Whatever it was hunting. There's some big splashes.
Still around. Farther away.
Further and further away. Womp womp.
We later determined these were Risso's dolphins. These dolphins can reach lengths of 13 feet and weigh up to 1,000 pounds. They have bulbous heads and a tall, curved dorsal fin. And as Risso's dolphins age, their coloration lightens to a pale gray, sometimes looking almost white under the water. Adult dolphins are usually heavily scarred, with scratches caused from teeth of other Risso's dolphins, as well as circular defensive markings from prey like squid, cookie cutter sharks, and lampreys.
Wing on wing. Into the sunset. Watch, he might try to get you with his claws. Are you friendly? Okay, bye. What's the name of this town, Kevin?
Again, I'm going to get the pronunciation wrong, but Morro Jable. You don't actually pronounce the J. It's Morro Jable. Morro Jable.
It's much bigger than we thought it was going to be. So pretty.
Where'd the other one go?
Looks like they have levadas here too. It's very green on this side of the island. This is how you tell we're back in Spain. That's the one, Napolitana. Morro Jable is a pretty fancy place. This morning we are charging the batteries because we're going to go inland to hike a mountain. Don't think it's that one. I think it's way back there, or possibly that one. Zarza, Pico de Zarza. Supposed to be the highest peak on this island. Big whale. Sperm whale. This is the beginning of our hike. 4 kilometers later, right, Kevin?
Yes. We haven't actually reached the trailhead yet for the hike that we're trying to do, but it's been an hour, 45 minutes to get here. You think that's one way or return?
I think return. Gran Canaria is somewhere that direction. Clouds are starting to catch us. We're almost there. A selfie? Sunrise departure from Morro Jable. Heading to Gran Canaria this morning. A boat has left just ahead of us, so it's a race. So that's Pico de Zarza, the mountain we hiked yesterday. It was a pretty grueling hike. Legs were tired. It was a lot of work. We're Currently waiting for the wind to pick up, motoring along. There appears to be current because at almost 9 knots sometimes, 8 knots. But our RPMs are only reflecting, we should be going like 6, maybe 7 knots, so. We've got dolphins. I think they're bigger ones than before. These guys look big. It's a pretty big port here. Pretty big city. We've made it. We're anchored, and it's a bit busy in here. Lots of boats. Mainly because the marina is full. Because of the Ark Rally, this is one of their gathering points. Can you tell the Ark Rally is here, waiting for the departure next week? Fancy flags. Another sunrise.
All right, boat project tour. We are in Gran Canaria, Las Palmas, waiting for some service technicians to install a part. I'll explain what that is. So remember, we had some steam coming out of the engine on our passage to the Madeira Islands group. That was because I think as we were healing a lot, bubbles got up into the raw water, saltwater intake that cools the engine, and it prevented the raw water pump from working. So what happened is we got, I think, a bit overheated on the fresh water, steamed. We don't want to repeat that because it kind of makes the engine hot. But we never got any alarm on the panel. So normally, if you're familiar with working on and around boats, when you turn the key to turn on an engine, before it starts, you'll hear a beep sound, some kind of an alarm. We don't have that. The alarm's not working. Also, like the hour log, the hour meters to say how many hours the engine's run isn't working. There's a bit of corrosion in the connections, so we've decided just to replace that whole unit so it doesn't become a problem in the future, and we get an alarm if something goes wrong, whether it's overheating or engine oil pressure or something like that, because we don't have an engineer looking at it full time. While we're waiting, we're doing, oh yeah, installed a couple of cup holders, because there's like,
there was nowhere
to put your
beverages,
your tea in the morning, or your beer, or anything.
Yeah. So this is a critical upgrade.
Oh, we need to put pizza in.
Pause for pizza.
God damn it. Okay, so other projects. I'm going to run through them because we didn't take the time to photograph or video as we went. But here's what we did in the last couple days. So there's a reading light in here that was totally not working. Button didn't work, nothing worked, but let there be light.
Ta-da!
This cabin, port quarter berth, overhead light didn't work. Fixed.
Magic.
Overhead light
Oh, still finicky.
is finicky. Some of the LED bulbs are kind of burnt out. I think this might need a full-on replacement at some point, but it's still working. It just takes a moment to turn on and flickers a little bit. That'll be a future project. But this one didn't even turn on.
Didn't work at all. Ta-da!
And now there's light.
Oop.
Previously, when we opened this up, this insulation fell out, so got these little pieces of metal to prevent it from coming out. So over here we defrosted the fridge and realized there was no gasket on the lid. Yeah, we actually trimmed it a bit thinner because we couldn't. It really should be like 8 millimeters. Couldn't find it, so we trimmed it, and it's in there with some Sikaflex. And we didn't want it to stick to anything else while it's setting. We have it here to set with the weight of the lid itself. You know, we wouldn't want the occasion where it's like, oh, it's too much Sikaflex and it goes, and now we can't open this because it's totally like sealed shut with adhesive. So we'll let that sit. We've turned it on to cool off. In the meantime, our beers are still in the cooler that we borrowed from our neighbors.
So still cold? Yay!
Yeah, still cold. Our neighbors Rex and Louise on
Spella.
And the last thing that I can think of that we did
The table.
now is the table. So this table has these fold up arms, and when it goes down,
It's a little
it
latch
has a
underneath.
mechanism to hold. When you're bouncing around, it helps to keep that little nipple goes into the little holder.
Not just do that.
Gives it some friction to keep it from popping out on you. And both sides were broken, so we replaced those. Because the worst thing, you'd be sitting here or walking by when the boat's going like this, and then it would go.
The table would swing out.
And it would smack you right in the shin. And it's very nice, very not nice. Boats out to get me.
Yeah. Have you hit your head today yet?
Yes, several times.
You have.
Every day.
Okay.
Yesterday.
Hey, look who showed up!
Rare to see a Canadian flag around here.
Couple Canadians.
Before leaving Las Palmas, we take the opportunity to walk to the old city center and visit a museum.
It was unique. Okay, this is traditional tapas here.
5 traditional Canarian tapas. This one's chickpeas and chicken and sausage. It's called ropa vieja, means old clothes. I don't know why they named it old clothes. It doesn't. Yeah. This is fried
Pork.
This is pork meat. We're standing in front of the sign, so I can't.
Oh, I thought you remembered. Cheating now.
Carne de cochino.
Carne de cochino.
This one is tacos de pescado. No. This one's tacos pescado. No, this one's tacos de pescado, which is basically cubed fish, not like a taco at all.
Wrinkly potatoes.
Canarian potatoes. Yeah. Wrinkly potatoes. And this one is
It's fried cheese.
Yeah.
Okay. Traditional tapas. Here we go. $0.23 per can.
Sold.
You say it's like $5 for 24? $6 for 24.
6 euros.
Euros, not dollars. So we'll be back. We treated ourselves to cheap beer and ice cream with Spella, and then went out to a concert with our Quebec friends on Magdequac.
We also attended the opening ceremony parade for the ARC rally, where we saw our friend Jolene from Canada.
We're heading to Cape Verde today, and it's a little bit of a madhouse. Scheduling electrician to come and getting a spot on the dock because it's super busy and the marina's not answering. I'm gonna fill these guys. Gotta put the dinghy away. Whoops. And then, most important, we're gonna go provision still. So, a few things to do. We'll get there. Camping gas, check. Full cans of diesel, check. Almost there. Ooh. Back from provisioning. Didn't find everything, but most things, so just putting things away now. We're ready, but we're gonna shower first and eat in the sunset.
That was a stressful day, but we're gonna be out.
It was a
And
doozy.
sunset's nice.
It was a doozy. Here's the sunset.
All the ARC flags.
Okay, time for shower and food, and then sailing.
Scrub it up.
Scrub-a-dub-dub.